And there it is, Ruben Amorim sacked. Another Manchester United manager sacked before even his project could even begin. But here's what everyone missing, and it's not about I'll give him more time or was it the right decision debates. This actually proves what United problem really is, and it has nothing to do with individual managers. By the end of the video, you understand why this Amorim sacking is just another symptom of this broken structure, and until United fix this, the same cycle will keep repeating over and over. Let's get into it. Right, let's get one thing straight. I'm not here to defend Amorim. His win rate was shocking. The football was there and something had to change. But here's what's mental. This was entirely predictable. And I mean that literally, we've seen this exact same story happen 6 times since Ferguson has left. New manager comes in with a clear philosophy, gets backed in the transfer market, throws airy promises or airy struggles, fans and the media either hype them or write them off, and 18 months later, they're good. There have been Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Solskjaer, Ten Hag, and now Amorim. 6 managers, same story, every time. And here's something that drives me mental. After every sacking, United act surprised. We need to get the next appointment right. They say, oh, lessons have been learned, they promise, but the lesson is staring at them and they're still refusing to learn it. Because here's the actual problem. I think the actual problem is the ownership. I mean, the Glazers, Ineos now, and all the people around them, because they don't understand football. And Amorim sacking just proves it. Think about it. We had Amorim 4-3 system he played at Sporting. Then they gave him a squad built for Ten Hag's 4-2-3-1. And then they expected immediate results while trying to completely change how the team plays. That's not management. For me, that's madness. While this was happening, look at what football clubs have been doing. Arsenal identified Arteta's style and spent 3 years building a squad for it. City had planned for Guardiola's replacement before he even arrived. Liverpool's entire structure is built around their playing philosophy, not an individual manager. But United hire managers and expect them to work miracles with whatever random of collection players they've assembled from 6 different transfer windows under 6 different tactical approaches. The Glazers treat managers like magic wands. Bad results and then whoever manager are the problem. But the problem isn't the word, it's the magic shop that's broken. Talking about recruitment, let's talk about it, because this Amorim failure exposes how bad their recruitment is. They've spent £1.4 billion in the last 6 transfer windows, and they still handed him a squad that makes no tactical sense. Harry Maguire was trying to play as left-centered back and in a back 3. Bruno Fernandes was trying to play as a number 8 in a double pivot, and Patrick Dorgu was playing in a front 3 at the right wing. There wasn't even a position for example, a player like Mason Mount. You know what the mental thing is? Every one of these single player looked decent under a different manager, under a different system. It's not that they're bad players, it's that they're a collection of individuals with no tactical coherence. For example, compare that to Liverpool recruitment under Klopp. Every signing made sense for their style. Virgil van Dijk was bought for the highlight. Fabinho was brought for that anchor role, and Sadio Mane was brought for that wing role where they need a winger who can press high. United don't buy players for system, they buy names and then try to figure out how to use them. For me, that's not recruitment strategy, that's football manager with cheat codes. And now they'll do it with the next manager, whether Oliver Glasner or another one. They buy 3 more players who don't fit together and wonder why it doesn't work, and then sack the manager 18 months later. Look, I'm not gonna pretend that I knew when Amorim was gonna be sacked, but honestly the airy promises show that it would happen as soon as possible. Because the first thing I want to talk about him, it was his stubbornness. His stubbornness was the first red flag. Because every press conference, he basically say, oh, my system works. The players need to adapt to me. Now, confidence is good, but the best managers are pragmatic. Ferguson changed his tactics constantly throughout his career. Pep Guardiola modified his Barcelona approach to Manchester City, and even Mourinho modified his approach in different clubs. But what really worried me about Amorim was his communication. Instead of building belief, Amorim was managing expectation downward since day one. This will take time. People need to be patient. The situation is difficult. For me, that's exactly the wrong message for a club that's drowning in negativity. When your manager sounds defeated before he's even started, what does that tell to the fans? What does that tell to the players? And here's the thing, maybe he was right to be cautious. Maybe the situation was impossible. But that actually proves my point. If even realistic expectations lead to failure, the problem then isn't the manager. So now they'll do it again. New manager, new player, new philosophy, new promises, and the cycle will continue. And you know what's tragic? United fans are already excited about the next appointment. It could be Oliver Glasner, it could be Enzo Maresca, but this time won't be different because they're telling me, this time will be different. We just need the right manager. No, you don't. You need the right structure, the right owners, the right long-term planning. You need to stop treating managers like scapegoats and start fixing the foundation. Look at Brighton. They've had 3 different managers in recent years, each with different styles, and still they keep improving. Why? Because they have a coherent recruitment strategy and a clear club philosophy that transcends individual managers. United have the opposite. They change everything with each manager and wonder why nothing improves. And here's the reality that United fans need to accept. Amorim sacking changes nothing. The next manager will face the same problems: disconnected ownership, incoherent recruitment, impossible expectations, and a squad built by committee. Until United fix the ownership, the structure, the recruitment strategy, until they actually plan beyond the next 18 months, they'll keep sacking manager and wondering why nothing changes. What do you think, guys, about this? Are United stuck in this cycle forever, or do you see it changing sometime? Do you see maybe a manager like Oliver Glasner coming in and changing everything, the philosophy? Let me know in the comments what you think about it. And if you're a Manchester United fan, look, I'm with you in this situation. We're in this together. Ciao, ciao.